This copyrighted telecast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Nevada. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Nevada and Learfield.
Mountain West play is officially in full swing for the Wolfpack football team as Fresno State pays a visit to Amahée Stadium for some Friday night lights. Welcome inside our Nevada Sportsnet Champion Chevrolet studios. I'm your host this week, Shannon Kelly. After a big win against Oregon State last weekend, the Wolfpack football team would look to keep the momentum rolling and string together a pair of victories for the first time this season. Let's head out to Amahée Stadium to look at some of the highlights. The silver and blue rocking the top hat Wolf helmets against the Dogs for homecoming. Nevada with the ball in its hands to start the game. Brendan Lewis goes deep to Jaden Smith. A beautiful pass, 55 yards, sets Nevada up inside the red zone. Lewis with the handoff to Savion Red, who dodges the Dogs and finds pay dirt early. As Nevada strikes first, it's 7-0. The Bulldogs, Elijah Gilliam, scoring a tutty on their second drive of the game. 12 plays for 86 yards early in the second quarter. It's 10-7 Fresno State. But Nevada would quickly answer. Lewis goes deep to Nate Burleson the second. Burleson 2.0 with his first touchdown in a Wolfpack uniform. A 46-yard touchdown pass. Nevada is up 14-10. The Wolfpack would go 3 and out on its next drive, and Nevada would fail to get the punt off as Guy Gillespie is taken down. So the Bulldogs' drive starts at Nevada's 16. 3 plays later, Mikey Keene hands it off to Gilliam, who cruises into the end zone. Suddenly, the Bulldogs are back in front. Nevada would move the chains late in the second quarter and go 14 plays for 83 yards. As Lewis would tumble into the end zone, Nevada would take a 21-17 lead at halftime. But the Bulldogs' second drive of the second half would be a big one. Keene would find Gilliam. A little catch and run play, 71 yards to set Fresno State up inside the red zone. 3 plays later, Joshua Wood would fake a handoff to Keene and find his way into the end zone. The quarterback keeper would put the Dogs back out in front, and that would do it as the Wolfpack offense would be shut out in the second half for the second time all season. Nevada falls to 3-5 on the year and 0-2 in Mountain West play.
I don't think it's much about turning things around. We just got to finish. You know, we're right there. Every game that we've lost, except besides Minnesota, it's close. You know, it's come down to little things. You know, Fresno State got after us on special teams and made some big plays, and you know they came out and they schemed us. And then like that 71-yard play, it was a great play call. You know, they ran a screen. We got a tackle. And, you know, we all got to do our jobs, and I take a lot of responsibility for that because it's top down. You know, and as a leader, I got to make sure I'm holding myself accountable, make sure I'm doing my job. And so I can hold my teammates accountable, and that's how we fix things, just hold each other accountable and make sure the little things are getting done.
I think one of our big challenges is just getting everybody on the same page, you know, especially in some, you know, tempo situations. But then again, I got to give it to Fresno, you know. They put a good scheme together, and they got the best of us tonight.
We have a lot to get to on Wolfpack All Access this week, including a piece on the Pride of the Sierra marching band, a feature on a women's tennis star who hails from France, and much more. Wolfpack All Access rolls on after this short break.
Snap to Lewis, fakes the handoff to Red, sets, goes long. Down the middle, he wants Burleson Jr. in the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. Nate Burleson, the second, with a touchdown to put Nevada in front. 13-10. 9:49, second quarter.
Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet, joined in Legacy Hall with head coach Jeff Choate. Coach, it's been a couple days now since the Friday night game against Fresno State. You've had a little bit of time to digest this one, so just what did you see on film that you can take away from this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we continue to play really, really hard. We don't play smart all the time, but we play hard. And defensively, we had really for 3 quarters, we were a little bit out of sorts, and then really rose up in the fourth quarter and continually gave ourselves an opportunity to get one more drive and possess the ball one more time with an opportunity in the fourth quarter. And that's really, we've done a good job of that all year. And I thought that Fresno State, honestly, I thought they were a little bit more determined in certain places than we were on Friday for whatever reason. But that doesn't take away from the fact that our kids were game again, and they just keep going out there and giving everything they got and doing what we're asking them to do. And you just got to have that blind faith that, man, that moment's around the corner, and we just got to keep pressing.
Do you feel like, there's any added pressure maybe on your group, or that they're putting any pressure on themselves that, hey, we're so close, and that we have to go out there and just play a clean game, as clean as we can, to try and come out on that right side of things? Because you guys have won close games.
Yeah, they're there. I mean, we don't flinch. Like, there's no, regardless of what happens during the course of the game, I really feel like we have good poise on the sideline, and we're focused, hey, what's the next opportunity? How can I go do the next right action that's going to help our team? And understand that football's not a game of perfect, and we're going to have mistakes. Clearly in this last week's game, special teams reared its ugly head, unfortunately. And some of it was technique and some of it was scheme. And we've got to get both of those corrected. Hawaii's going to, now the bad thing about doing something like that is that now for the rest of the year, everybody else is going to test you. And if there was one phase that was definitely an issue, maybe we did flinch a little bit, was in that phase on Friday, and it cost us.
I want to go back to the first half of the game. Your offense was doing well. Brendan Lewis found Jaden Smith on a deep ball, Nate Burleson the second on that long deep ball touchdown, and then Brendan Lewis found the end zone himself, a very well executed drive. Just what did you like about your offense, in particular, just in that first half of the game?
I think you saw how stout Fresno State's defensive line is. We knew it was going to be tough sledding in the run game, and part of the idea was that we could stretch them vertically a little bit early, and maybe that would lighten the box. It was a very paltry running effort for us, and if we're going to be successful, we've got to find ways to. We don't have to rush the ball for 300 yards a game, but we've got to be consistent in making them defend that so that we can create the matchups we want in the passing game.
How is your quarterback?
I think he's going to be all right. We've got some diagnostic stuff that we've got to do through the course of the week. I think yesterday was a good day off for all of our guys, including our coaching staff, and so we're hopeful that he'll bounce back quickly and be ready to go in Hawaii this week.
You mentioned your defense. There were some bright spots. There was that pass breakup in the end zone there. Drew Watts had that interception. Just how important is it for them to continue to create the intensity and, in hopes that that'll also translate onto the offense? We
don't play very well until our backs are to the wall for some reason on defense. And that's a good characteristic to have, is to respond in the moment. But we've just got to be more consistent, I didn't feel after the game, I was like, that did not feel like a 3-point game. It felt like we were just kind of like chugging uphill the whole game. And so you credit Fresno State for that.
Now you're almost 2/3 of the way through the season. When you look at your first year here at Nevada, and, not to necessarily compare it to your first year at Montana State, but where do you sense that there's maybe some similarities as you rebuild this program?
There's always going to be that. I mean, it was the program at Montana State was kind of in a rough spot when I got there. And it was about rebuilding the roster and the confidence of the roster. And here we can do the flip a little faster because of the portal and some things that exist now that didn't exist then. But one of the things that we talked a lot about when we were at Montana State was, hey, the harsh reality of this is we're probably going to lose big this first year because we just don't have the talent and the bandwidth. And then unfortunately the next step is going to be to lose small. And then ultimately you have those breakthroughs and you start to win small, and then eventually you win big. And that's kind of what the trajectory of the program was there. And I'm excited to have an opportunity to head to Hawaii and play them.
Yeah, I was going to ask next, what stands out to you from what you've seen out of their unit so far?
Defensively, they're really good. I think up until last week they were statistically one of the top defenses in the Mountain West. And they're stout, they're physical. I like their linebacker play. They give you a variety of looks on defense, and so that's going to be a challenging aspect as, how are we going to attack what they're doing? Even against, Boise, they basically said, we're not going to let Ashton Jenny got his yards. Mm-hmm. But it was not easy. And he had to earn everything that he got when they went to the island. And having not done it in a while, but having gone there a number of times, it is a challenging place to play. And whatever you see out of this team on the mainland, it's not going to be the same team that you're going to play on the island. And they have a ton of pride in that program. And, Coach Chang being an alum, and what he's trying to rebuild there, and the pride in that program. You can see it. I mean, these kids play hard. They definitely play for that coach. You can see that all the time. And I think it's going to be a big test. I mean, it's not going to be an easy out. It's not. And they're going to play really, really hard. They're going to defend their turf, and we're going to have to go earn it.
Well, it's a late kickoff here in Northern Nevada on Saturday, 9 o'clock. We'll have all the action for you live on Nevada Sportsnet. Jeff Choate, thanks for joining us here this week.
Thank you.
We'll have more Wolfpack All Access right after this. Coming up next, we recently spent some time with the Pride of the Sierra Marching Band and its director, Dr. Steve Eubanks, at the Sesquicentennial celebration. A look at the sights and sounds straight ahead.
On October 23, 1948, Nevada football stood against hatred, bigotry, and racism. Despite calls from Oklahoma's governor and Tulsa's president to cancel the Golden Hurricanes game against Nevada due to the Wolfpack's rostered black players, Nevada held firm. The team voted it would be all or none when playing Tulsa, which on game day relented. Nevada standouts Sherman Howard and Alva Tabor became the first black players to appear in a major college football game in Oklahoma, both accounting for touchdowns. The Wolfpack's 65-14 win was Tulsa's worst beating in 31 years. Nevada reached the Associated Press top 25 for the first time in school history that season, but its proudest moment came when it didn't back down to racism, breaking Oklahoma's color barrier in the process.
Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access. They are present for every major moment in Nevada athletics, providing the soundtrack for the silver and blue. We recently spent some quality time with Dr. Steve Eubanks and the Pride of the Sierra Marching Band.
On game day, 6 hours before kickoff, we'll have a 2-hour rehearsal in the stadium. Yeah, go Pack. We're getting this one. We got this. We warm up and we come over here and we play for tailgates. All righty, here we go. The Pride of the Sierra, the title speaks for itself. We are the face of the university. All the big events, we're there. If everybody sees us, everybody thinks of Wolfpack. I'm just really proud to be a part of that, I have the best job on campus. Nevada! Ah! They want you to do go blue, okay? All right? Bad day to be a beer. We work hard, we have fun. Now we are going back to the stadium. We're going to get ready to line up for pregame.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the field the Pride of the Sierra, your Wolfpack Marching Band.
Here we go. I like to think we're the most important part of this, except for the football team. We kind of tie everything together. We make a tunnel now for the wait for the team to come through. It's just like a Broadway musical. It's all about timing. I script everything and put an order of what we're going to play. So I try to have it all ready so I can just call it. Seven Nation, Seven Nation. Whenever the first down hits, we have to be ready with the tag.
That's good for the Wolfpack.
I hope they learn how to work together. I hope they learn how to support one another. I hope they learn how to work hard.
That last line, I got that so straight.
Thank goodness.
How'd they do that?
Don't ask. Go Pack!
That That piece was put together by our very own Mike Stephenson. The marching band will soon be releasing a professional recording of its top tracks, so be sure to look out for it and take the pride of the Sierra anywhere you go.
My name is Tori Davis. I'm from Nevada women's basketball. Favorite basketball game we played in was definitely the kids game. It was great to have all the kids and all the energy in here. Favorite pregame meal, I love. It's a very specific kind, the Otis Spunkmeyer double chocolate muffins. Heat it up, 30 seconds, butter on it. Favorite movie is a tie between The Lion King, Avatar, and Black Panther. Favorite thing about the new locker room is definitely the pool table and the PS5. I'm a really competitive person, so it's nice being able to play games outside of basketball with my team. Favorite PS5 game is definitely 2K25.
Welcome back to our Champion Chevrolet NSN studios. She's helped elevate the women's tennis program since her arrival. Zach Larson profiles French tennis star Amahée Charrier and how her game helped the program finish in 5th place in the Mountain West a season ago.
Amahée Charrier almost wasn't a member of the Wolfpack.
At the very last minute, they told me, oh, sorry, but we can make it because of, I don't know, paper. That was really weird what they say to me, but whatever.
After initial plans to join the tennis program at Georgia State, the France native would have to pivot.
So I really had to find a college in emergency. So honestly, I didn't have the time to look through whatever. I just signed with the first one.
Despite joining the Wolfpack in the middle of the 2022-23 season, she was named the Mountain West Freshman of the Year.
The freshman of the year was real yeah, you did well on so many matches, so this is yours, you know? I couldn't believe it, and honestly, the feeling was just so nice.
In year 2, Charrier helped lead Nevada to a 5th place finish in the Mountain West, its best result since finishing 4th in 2012-2013 when it joined the conference. Charrier's grit and tenacity on the court is something her head coach and fellow France native, Guillaume Tinelli, says separates her from the rest.
She's never lets go, and she hates to lose, and I like that. I loved it, and we connected as a player-coach relationship in a sense, and it's been really fun.
Hailing from towns less than 300 miles apart, Tinelli has helped guide Charrier to a pair of All Mountain West singles honors. But despite her success on the court, she continues to struggle with self-confidence.
High school, for example, I was really not confident at all because I feel tennis is a lot of pressure. You got so many girls that play well, and yeah, when I was younger, I to compare myself a lot to other people. Whatever match I'm seeing, I always feel that they play better than me. I mean, I know that I play good, but I don't know. In D1 college tennis, all the girls are so impressive that sometimes I also forgot that, I do play good too.
Now going into year 3, Charrier's coach knows her best days in silver and blue are still ahead.
I think the sky's the limit. She's there mentally, physically, tennis-wise. It's really a choice that's going to come from her. I'll be there to keep pushing her, and wherever she wants to get to, I'll keep pushing up.
For Wolfpack All Access, I'm Zach Larson.
The ladies are back in action for its final tournament of the fall when it heads to San Diego for the SDSU Fall Classic on November 7th. The Nevada Athletic Department inducted 6 former student athletes and 1 former coach to its Hall of Fame this weekend. The class includes men's basketball's Deontay Burton, quarterback Cody Fajardo, diver Grace Huang, skier Katie Lyons, track and field star Atoya Shaw-Burleson, pitcher Braden Shipley, and former Rifle head coach Fred Harvey. We'll wrap up this week's edition of Wolfpack All Access right after this. Before we go on Wolfpack All Access this week, men's basketball half-season plans are on sale, plus single-game tickets are also on sale. The season opener is just a few weeks away. That's Monday, November 4th at Lawler Events Center against Sam Houston. The women's volleyball team was in action this week, taking down Utah State in a 5-set thriller, then falling on the road at Boise State in 4 sets. The women's soccer team came away with a 0-0 draw against Wyoming. The ladies continued its homestand and fell to Colorado State. The next Pac football home game is on Saturday, November 2nd at 5 o'clock against Colorado State. It's Salute to Service night at Mackey Stadium. Tickets start at just $20. Head to mynevadatickets.com or call 775-348-PAC to get yours today. That'll do it for us this week on Wolfpack All Access. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next Sunday. Good night.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.